It's a Dog's Life, Canine Heroes. It's a Dog's Life, Canine Heroes. Introduction. Dogs have been helping people for thousands of years. They have guarded us, hunted for us, rescued us, and guided us when we needed it. Dogs have been stars in movies, competitors in sporting events, helpers for the disabled, messengers for the military, and even heroes in space. People rely on dogs because they are intelligent, loyal, and have amazing senses of smell and hearing. Dogs can perform many jobs that people cannot do for themselves. Some of the most important dogs serving people today work for city and state police forces and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI is the part of the national government that looks into the violation of national laws. FBI and police dogs help in investigations, search and rescue work, and the discovery of illegal drugs and chemical explosives. These canine heroes are obtained from expert breeders throughout the country. Each dog is then given to its own handler. The dog and their handlers get extensive training in whatever work they will do together. In this book, you will see how dogs, breeders, trainers, and handlers work together to enforce the laws of our land. Most FBI and police dogs are specially raised and trained from an early age for the work that they will do. Breeders who raise puppies evaluate them each week. By the time a puppy is 7 weeks old, its breeder knows which job is most suited for. Breeders gradually introduce the puppies to new experiences that fit their natural abilities. Once it completes basic training, a dog can be hired by a law enforcement agency, where the training becomes even more specialized. Raising a dog for law enforcement. Many different kinds of dogs are used in FBI and police work. The most common breeds include German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, Labrador Retrievers, and Border Collies. When puppies are 3 weeks old, a breeder begins to hide their food bowls in different places. This helps reveal which puppies have a strong sense of smell and good problem-solving skills. At 4 weeks, the breeder might introduce the puppies to different sounds to see how they react. The breeder might also observe how puppies act when they see sudden, unexpected changes, such as a toy with moving parts and flashing lights. By 5 weeks of age, a puppy's body language provides hints about his personality. When a puppy hears a sudden loud noise, for example, it might wag, tuck, stiffen, or curl its tail. Each action tells something different about the puppy's temperament. 5 weeks is also a good age to test the puppy's ability by observing how it walks on a balance beam and jumps over low obstacles. When puppies are 6 weeks of age, they need to show signs of endurance and a desire to keep searching until they find a lost object. By 7 weeks, the dogs have been fully evaluated and early training can begin. Below is a list of the qualities of potential FBI and police dogs: desire to retrieve and return items, maintain good eye contact, willingness to work with the handler, ability to think through problems, and ability to learn from correction. Training for narcotics work. The discovery of narcotics or illegal drugs in suitcases and other hiding places is one of the main tasks of law enforcement dogs. The first step in training a dog to find narcotics is to teach the dog the scratch behavior. To do this, the trainer holds a ball under his or her foot. When the dog scratches at the ball, the trainer gives it to the dog as a reward. The trainer might then have the dog search for the ball in a tunnel or under the stairs. Next, the dog is trained to find hidden balls that have different drug scents placed on them. When the dog finds a ball, it scratches at the hiding place. Did you know trainers can purchase special chemicals from laboratories that match the smell of different drugs and explosives? Dogs must learn to identify one scent before they are introduced to another. Chemical explosives training. Many dogs used in law enforcement are trained to find bombs. Dogs can learn to identify about 19,000 different combinations of explosive chemicals. During training, each scent is imprinted or fixed permanently into the dog's memory. Dogs learn that when they find the scented object, they are rewarded with playtime, such as a toss of a favorite toy into the air. Bomb-sniffing dogs are trained to stop and sit close to the source of a bomb scent. The dog must remain still because scratching at the area might set off the explosives. FBI and police handlers train their dogs by hiding objects with many different scents in all sorts of strange places. The dogs seem to enjoy the hunt. Training for search and rescue work. Search and rescue dogs are trained to find missing persons, objects handled by people, and human bodies. A dog is sometimes given a piece of clothing that was worn by a missing person to identify the person's unique smell. The dog will then lead its handler on a search for that person. Other times, the dog may simply sniff the air for any human smell. A good method for finding people buried in debris after such disasters as earthquakes. A search and rescue dog is usually allowed to practice by finding people who are hiding in tall grass or in underground spaces. Once the dogs find the person, it leads the trainer to the right spot and is rewarded with playtime. Spotlight: Working Dogs in History. Hollywood Legends. The German Shepherd Rin Tin Tin was rescued as a puppy from World War I battlefield in France in 1918. He went on to make more than 20 films in the United States. Rin Tin Tin was the first dog movie star. A male collie named Pal had the leading role in the movie Lassie Come Home in 1943. Since then, Pal, or one of the several other male collies, has starred as the female dog Lassie in many movies and TV series. Male collies have a thicker coat of fur than females, so shedding is less noticeable on the movie screen. Historic heroes. In 1925, Balto, a Siberian husky, led a team sled over 600 miles through a blizzard to Nome, Alaska. The sled carried a drug for diphtheria, a disease that was threatening the population of Nome. Balto's heroic trek saved the lives of many children. In 1957, the Soviet Union, today called Russia, launched the first animal into space aboard the Sputnik 2 satellite. The animal, a dog named Lakaya, paved the way for humans to enter space. When law enforcement officers and their dogs get an assignment, they put on their badges and go to work. In their search for missing people, illegal drugs, or explosives, they help to make the nation safe for everyone. A special bond develops between a dog and an FBI agent or police officer. They learn to rely on each other in dangerous situations, and they form a relationship built on trust and respect. This relationship can be just as strong as that between two human partners in law enforcement. When not on duty, many dogs become members of the handler's family. They may play with the children, sleep with the fireplace, and do everything else that an ordinary pet does. No one would know that the dogs have such important jobs. However, the dogs are always ready to leap into action when duty calls. Dogs that find narcotics. A dog trained in narcotics detection can screen a car or truck in only 5 to 6 minutes. A dog team can check 400 to 500 packages in only 30 minutes. The police department in Ann Arbor, Michigan uses a number of canine officers. As police dogs are usually called, trained in narcotics detection, one of these 4-footed officers is a German Shepherd named KP. KP travels in a special police car designed to keep him safe and comfortable. If it gets too hot for KP inside the car, the windows automatically open. One time, KP discovered 11 pounds of marijuana in a package at a delivery office, and his handler, Officer Kevin Harding, rewarded him with a cheeseburger. KP loved the burger, but he spit out the pickles. Since then, Officer Harding knows to hold the pickles in KP's rewards. Axel, a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix, is an FBI narcotics dog. He is the partner of Noreen, an FBI agent in New York City. Noreen rescued Axel from the dog pound and put him to work finding narcotics. Noreen keeps Axel's skills sharp by regularly asking him to find drugs hidden in strange places. One time, he found drugs hidden in the middle of a truck full of pineapples. In 1 year alone, Axel found $25 million worth of illegal drugs. Dogs that find explosives. Bunky is a black Labrador retriever that was originally trained in Maryland to be a guide dog for the blind. However, the Knoxville, Tennessee Police Department eventually acquired the lab as an explosives detection canine officer. Bunky works a full 40-hour week with his handler, Officer Craig Anders. They check everything from buildings in downtown Knoxville to the University of Tennessee football stadium for bombs. Bunky can smell explosives up to 10 feet away. Officer Anders says a lot of people who work downtown come up and say hello to Bunky. They know he's a good dog. Jake, another black lab, was born in upstate New York and was adopted by his owner at 3 months of age. Jake and his owner, an FBI special agent bomb technician, worked together on many important cases, including the crash of a large plane off the coast of New York and Connecticut in 1996. Jake found no sign of explosives in the wreckage, so the investigators concluded that the crash was caused by something other than a bomb. Jake also checked the stadiums of the 1998 Super Bowl in San Diego and the 1998 Goodwill Games in New York. Search and rescue dogs. Search and rescue dogs played a key role in locating the victims of the terrorist attacks in New York City and near Washington, D.C. on September 11, 2011. These dogs worked around the clock searching for survivors. Many suffered breathing problems, cuts, burns, and dangerous falls while on duty. One of the canine heroes that helped FBI investigators at the sites of the attack was a German Shepherd named Nico. Nico and his special agent handler looked for survivors at the Pentagon building, the U.S. military headquarters outside Washington, D.C., which was hit by a plane in the attacks. Sadly, Nico died in an accident in August 2002 while searching for kidnapped victims. Lady is another FBI search and rescue dog. Lady, a short-haired dog called Weremer, lives in Dallas, Texas, with special agent Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret adopted Lady after a car had hit the dog. At first, Lady needed obedience training to learn how to work closely with Anne Margaret. She also attended 2 schools to learn search and rescue work. Then she became an important member of the FBI's evidence response team in Dallas. Conclusion. For no more than a few months of playtime, a dog will risk its life in the line of duty. A dog will sniff for dangerous explosives, search for survivors at disaster sites, and discover hidden and illegal drugs. Together with the efforts of breeders, trainers, and handlers, dogs solve many serious crimes and save countless lives. After FBI or police dogs retire, they are usually adopted by their handlers or given to another good home. These canine heroes are a highly valued and respected part of law enforcement, in active duty as well as in retirement.